Hello everyone, welcome to IntelRevolution.com and Freedom Fighter 2127. We need to talk. As of late, a lot of progress has been done on wireless neural implants, brain chips, in other words. In joint efforts across disciplines, Stanford's BioX team has created tiny devices that can be wirelessly powered, implanted, and used to trigger neurons, as well as track the movements of a mouse, using the animal's own body to transfer energy. In the first device capable of delivering optics-based nerve stimulation in a fully implantable format. The physics behind wireless. How do you power something without connecting it? The physics that allows wireless power has been around for a long time, but it's only now reaching its full potential in a variety of arenas. Magnetic induction is the primary means of transferring energy from one area to another. Let me stop here. Do you remember just a couple weeks ago I did a report about how they were working on using electromagnetic pulses to change the way people think. For example, they were toning down people's belief systems, and they were toning down people's immigration beliefs, the beliefs against immigration. They were making people passive. See, this right here is affecting the neurons through a magnetic way, a magnetic induction. Electricity and magnetism are intertwined. Light, which is an electromagnetic wave, propagates because a changing electric field produces a magnetic field, and a changing magnetic field produces an electric field. A moving charge, electric current, produces a changing electric field that in turn creates a magnetic field. Similarly, a changing magnetic field near charges that are free to move, like those in a conductor, can induce a current. Now, what's important about this is because of the mark of the beast. In the forehead and in the hand, right? The forehead implant would change the way people think. It would connect them all through wireless devices, through wireless implants. RFID chips would be used for tracking. And of course, a host of other quote-unquote good ideas. But this right here is going to literally begin now. This article was particularly posted in September, and this is by physicscentral.com. I'm telling you all of this to go to another article here, which is posted again earlier on. Government wants RFID tracking chips implanted in welfare recipients. Remember this? August 15, 2015. This is not new news, but we're revisiting it for a reason, because now we know more. We know more about how the electromagnetic pulses can change the way people think, can tone down our belief system. So this right here is actually proving biblical prophecy. Can you believe that? Without actually going into Scripture and reading Scripture, for those of you who know it, this is the proof you were looking for. A lot of people are questioning, how are they going to do this? I just told you. Well, let's go ahead and read the verses on it. Before I read the verses, I need to state something. We usually read just solely KJV, right? That's going to change. We are only going to be reading from the Geneva version, the GNV version. Revelation 13, 16 through 17. And he made all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. There's a massive reason for this, and we're actually seeing it come to fruition. Can you believe we're in that time period? And it may be shocking to some, and some others, well, yeah, this was going to happen anyways. It was going to happen all this time. What's new about this? Maybe now you have an understanding of how exactly it's going to work, and why under no circumstances you can take this if you are a Christian. If you're a God-fearing Christian, there is no way in hell you're going to accept this. And they're going to sell it. They're going to market it like nothing else, because it will be the biggest change to our society. There are countries that are already working to go completely cashless. That's a big concern because according to Revelation 13, 16 through 17, you will not buy or sell with this, without it. Now, posted on August 15th, 2015 by Activist Post, the government wants RFID tracking chips implanted in welfare recipients. Let's continue. Implantable RFID tracking chips. We need to change that word right there because it's not just going to be RFID tracking chips. It will be so much more. The SNAP cards, EBT cards. They will be implanted in your skin. I can almost bet you. You see, all these new credit card systems that are coming out, and actually I'll read you the latest article on that. This is posted. This is by Payments Leader. Excuse me. In October 2015, the much-discussed payment networks liability shift associated with the Europay, MasterCard, and Visa (EMV) is due to take effect in the United States. It's a major milestone for financial companies, meaning banks and credit unions, credit card issuers, retailers, and more. There's a great deal of information and misinformation afloat regarding the U.S. EMV migration roadmap as presented by the payment networks. Shedding some light on the realities involved is helpful for everyone concerned. There are an estimated 1.24 billion payment cards and 15.4 million POS terminals. POS, there's a funny acronym that goes with that piece of, there you go. Terminals currently in use. Most of them are in other countries. Making global financial transactions work across many cards and devices are smart chips embedded within the new EMV-compliant credit and debit cards. These chips make interfacing with the various POS terminals possible. However, the EMV Co. standard has yet to be adopted globally, a situation that the payment network's EMV migration roadmap for the U.S. intends to correct. To date, Europe, Canada, Latin America, and the Asia-Pacific region are all well on their way with migrating from the legacy mag strip standard to EMV chip card technology. You heard it, chip. Let's go on to another article. This was posted on November 10th. Do those new data chips really make your credit cards any safer? See, there's been some cards that have already had them embedded inside of the card, but it wasn't standing out. It was just embedded inside. You couldn't really see it. You had to dig up your card to find it. And obviously there was a lot of videos on it on YouTube. However, on October 1st was supposed to be a transition day for U.S. businesses with respect to credit cards. With a few exceptions like auto-pay gas pumps, credit card transactions were scheduled to be switched to the EMV method of payment processing. However, many retailers did not meet the October 1st deadline, and some have no intention of changing. That means that for a few years your credit card may be used in several different ways depending on the vendor, and that in turn could affect the security of your account. Here's what you need to know about the EMV technology and how it will be used during this transition. EMV is short for Europay, MasterCard, Visa, the group that collectively established the standards and specifications for this method. It is also known as the chip and pin method. You see what's going on here? They're making a gradual shift. We are still on the slow timeline to where everything will be done via chips. Eventually, the cards are going to get stolen. No, that already happens, doesn't it? Yeah, so no, not eventually. They're going to realize, I shouldn't say realize. You know why? Because it's all a plan. This is such a plan. For those of you who can't see it, wake up. A lot of people are just calling people crazy because of this, quote, RFID chip conspiracy. You're seeing it come to fruition right before your very eyes. Bible prophecy is coming to fruition in front of your face. And if people don't realize it, man, you're lost. But maybe that was the way it was supposed to be. There will be rationales too, but really governments just want to do all the spying they can within their power. There's so much more than privacy at stake here. And right now, technology offers more power than ever before to carry out universal surveillance, track and trace every person and everything, and put civil rights in the back seat where they belong. The latest proposal from a politician in the Finnish government seems like a near-future dystopic film, but may not be far reality. So true. The transitions to the chips. We're witnessing it right now.